Hi everyone, Sarah here. I have a card to share with you today for the Not2Shabby shop. Here's all the information. I will have it linked all down below for you also. Don't forget to log in to collect your reward points. For every dollar you spend, you get 1 point. And for every 100 points, you get a $5 gift certificate. Any US orders over $60 ship for free. Jamie just got some new waffle flower stamps and dies in. Super adorable. So today's card, I dug into my pile of new and not used. I purchased this Castle MFT Dynamics from Jamie a little while ago, and I hadn't had a chance to take this one out yet. So I used this one here, and my idea was to use it with the Our Story stamp set, which I had not had a chance to color up yet. So I used this little girl that's on the couch and some of the other little images. The other die I used is this, it's the dotted scallop frames. I really need to label this one. Scalloped pierced rectangle from Avery L. I am loving this die, and I totally recommend if you're looking for a good frame. This is a perfect A2 card size, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then the rectangle that it die cuts out is a beautiful size to go on a card also. I did take some white cardstock and distress ink and made some cloudy backgrounds. I was going to show you guys. I did not film it yet, but I will do one with filming it. I got this makeup brush from Dollarama. It was $4, but it is a super soft makeup brush, and it is perfect for doing this background because it's very, very soft, and then you just lightly brush it on your paper so that you don't get any brush marks, but it does give you like a little bit of a stipple effect sometimes, depending on how much you push down on the paper and how much ink you have on it. And I think this is a great alternative to stencil brushes, but because it's soft, it doesn't give you brush stroke lines on there. So super awesome. I will do a video showing you guys how I do that, and I believe I still have the package. I'll show you guys the package too. But that is that one. And then I did use a sentiment from the Magical Unicorns. May all your wildest dreams come true. I just wanted to throw that in there. So, oh, and I did actually use some of the clouds from this Avery set also, the newer one. So those are all the items that I used. And here's my super cute card. I love it. I love how it turned out. So, let me get the Castle Dynamics just to share with you guys. So I built up 2 of the towers. There are a couple pieces that I layered on here for dimensions. So you have your tower piece, you have the top, and then you also have this little bar, which is your window frame. So I layered these on. I cut all of these out of the new 110-pound cardstock from Michaels. It was in this gray color. I purchased all of the color packages that I could find, and then I just used distress ink to ink up the edges of the pieces before I attach them all together. And then this bottom piece is just the border die. I just cut the border die, and then again, this rectangle is the inside of the large frame from the Avery L set. So when I decided where I wanted to place this, I also used this die to cut it so that it would match. And then I embossed to my favorite bookworm, and that is from the Our Story set. I did cut it so that I could do it one on top of the other. And then all of these pieces are from the stamp set. I did color them all in with Copic, which I do have everything except for the books and the cat. I have the little girl, my paper piecing for the chair, and then the Copic coloring on the cabinet I have all of that I will attach for you, including how I paper pieced these together. And then I just added in those clouds on the top. My glue got a little smooshy, so I gotta see if I can clean that up. And then on the inside, again, I used that inner rectangle, and then I used the neck size down on the frame with the same patterned paper that I used on the chair. And that's where I stamped "May all your wildest dreams come true." So super, super adorable. Basically the concept is that she's so into her book, she has her, what's in her head is behind her, the castle. Yeah. So stay tuned for the Copic coloring and the paper piecing. Don't forget to check out Jamie's shop. She's getting lots of new stuff in all the time, and you do not want to miss out. All right, leave a comment, subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks, bye. Okay, so I have my images pre-stamped, one on the patterned paper for paper piecing the chair that the little girl is sitting on. Right now I'm just adding some shading onto the patterned paper with R11 and the colorless blender. Nothing too fancy here, just want it to make it look like it's not just flat patterned paper. So just around some of the edges, and then again just blending it out with the colorless blender. I will be cutting all of that out and in the video so you guys can see. So then on the image, basically I just needed to color in the little feet, and I'm not being superly cautious about it because I will be cutting around all of it, and then coloring in the little girl by herself. I just decided since I had the colors I would color in the little side table. These ones are E39 and E59. Those are the two colors that I used for those brown sections. Just a little bit of shading, nothing too fancy. For the little knobs on it, I just used the black 100 Copic marker just to color those in. I will have all of the colors. I will take a picture and post it on my Instagram so that you can see the little color chart with all the colors that I used. So for her face, I just used my go-to E50, E51, and E53. And then I did add in some R11 for the cheeks before I blended out my last bit with the E50. In the next part, I decided to color in her her little bit of dress. So I'm using the pink colors to match the couch a little bit. I decided to use the RV42 and R14. And that way there's a little bit of pink that kind of matches what's on the couch. And then for the hair, I decided to stick with the same color tones as the brown on the side table. So I started off with the medium tone, the E39, added in some shading with the E59, and blended that back a little bit more with the E39. And then on top of the whole section, I used the lightest E35 to blend all of those colors out. A little bit different than what I usually do, but still turned out super cute. The next part is the book, and because there's a lot of gray in the background, I decided to do this book that she has in her hands with the same type of gray tones. So I used W2 and W5, Again, nothing fancy, just a little bit of shading. And I just wanted that to be continuous from the background with the castle that's all in gray. When I did color in the stack of books, I did not do that on camera, but I did basically use the same colors that I used throughout coloring the little girl and the cat, and I just added that into the stack of books so it kind of blended in. The cat I also did not do on camera, but I used Y32 and YR21 with a little bit of R11 for her cheeks. Now for her tights with her feet and her legs there, basically I just used E50 for a little bit of shading. And then I added in with R11 some little dots that ended up looking like hearts. So it's like she has little heart tights that she's wearing. Oh, sorry, the RV42 I used for the little hearts. So then with finishing up that coloring, I did fussy cut all of the images. You'll see that I cut out the chair minus the little feet, and then at the top portion I just went straight across. I didn't worry about where her head is because she's going to be paper pieced over top of the patterned paper. So just cut clear across there. Sometimes you have to watch where your actual stamped image is and where the pattern paper. It was a little bit hard there for a minute. And then I was cutting out the little girl. The bottom part there I just cut straight off so that I can use the feet. And basically I just wanted a section of paper to be able to glue the patterned piece on top of this with the little feet sticking out. So that's why I'm not really following the lines on the couch, but have the feet sticking out. So you can see how they're going to fit in there. And then for the little girl, again, just fussy cut her out. And then all of these pieces, I used my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. It's a black brush marker that I have. And I used that to outline all of the edges so you don't see white paper sticking out, and then glued them all together. And that is on here, so if you guys just stay tuned and watch that. And then I will be back with how I put together the background of my card. So here I have all my pieces pre-die cut and inked and glued together. So I started off with my tallest tower. I wanted it to come across the top a little bit to give that 3D look. And then my shorter tower, and the only reason it was shorter is because I was using up the scrap paper that I had, so I just brought that one down a little bit and layered it slightly on top. And then the bottom piece, just glued that across the bottom. I didn't use any dimension in the castle in the background because I'm popping up the little girl on the chair over the top. So then I'm just trying to decide where I want to place everything. And you want to start with what is going to be in the background. So I used the little table first and kind of placed it and glued it down. Use my acrylic block to hold it in place there a little bit. And then I glued the little stack of books, just slightly overlapping that. And then I have my little kitty. I just added a little bit of glue to the edge because I'm tucking her behind the little girl's head. So it looks like she's sitting across the back of the chair. And then this is where I added foam tape into the back of the little girl. And then place her on top of the card. So that is it for my project this week. Please leave a comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.